The Sith are often known to recruit Force wielders into the dark side, either by training them from a young age or through careful manipulation, as seen with Count Dooku, Anakin Skywalker, and others like them. However, even among those who were manipulated by a Sith Lord, there appears to be a recurring pattern in the descent into the dark side. The Sith rarely create corruption from nothing. Instead, they exploit existing fractures within a Force wielder's beliefs, emotions, or sense of purpose. For some, the fall begins with disillusionment with the Jedi Order, a growing belief that the Order has lost its way, become dogmatic, or failed in its duty to the galaxy. Others begin to believe that they know better than the Jedi Council, that their personal insight or moral clarity surpasses centuries of collective wisdom. In these cases, pride and certainty quietly replace humility and restraint. For others still, the descent is driven by a genuine desire to fix the galaxy, to impose peace, justice, or order through control rather than balance. What begins as noble intent slowly transforms into authoritarian thinking, the belief that freedom is a flaw and that only decisive power can bring lasting stability. And then there are those whose fall is fueled by emotional extremes: fear, grief, anger, or attachment. These emotions often disguise themselves as righteousness or moral urgency. The Jedi Code warns against such extremes not because emotion itself is evil, but because unchecked emotion can narrow judgment, making the dark side feel like a necessary tool rather than a dangerous temptation. What makes this pattern especially unsettling is that it does not belong exclusively to Sith Lords or fallen apprentices. Several respected Jedi Masters figures of great wisdom, power, and influence have exhibited these same warning signs. Some walked dangerously close to the edge. Others momentarily stepped over it, only to return, and a few might have fallen completely had circumstances or a single choice been different. These Jedi were not weak, they were not ignorant. In many cases, they were among the Order's finest, and that is precisely the point. The dark side does not prey on the powerless, it preys on conviction, certainty, and the belief that one's cause is just enough to justify any means. We will be looking at Jedi Masters who nearly followed this path, those whose disillusionment, pride, desire for control, or emotional turmoil placed them within striking distance of the Sith, and ask the question, how close were they, really, to becoming everything they once swore to destroy?